Happy Monday and happy new month. I thought I'd hop on and talk about the illusion of balance today. How many of us struggle with balance? Do you have stress or anxiety in your life because you struggle with balance? Do you have mom guilt or dad guilt? Do you wish that you were spending more time doing the things that you love versus the things that you feel like you have to pay the bills? Those are common things that often make us feel uncomfortable. And I wanted to talk about the illusion of balance today because the truth of the matter is balance is an illusion, but it's an illusion that's solved by alignment. And I want to explain to you what I mean by that. So when you're living your life and you're doing all of these things and your schedule is filled up with your, with mundane things like picking up your kids and dropping them off and scheduling and this, and we make busy work in between, right? But when you start to live with intention, you have a schedule, you have lists, you have time allocated for certain things, you make space for certain things, all of a sudden things start to shift. Thanks, Peter. It's one of my favorite shirts too. So balance is an illusion, but that illusion can be solved by being in alignment. So what that means is that you spend a lot more of your time doing the things that you love. So I talk to a lot of people on a daily basis through social media. And one of the things that makes Ryan and I different is that we didn't pick up jobs to work so that we could live a certain life. So we didn't pick up our jobs so that we could have, that freedom that we wanted. We didn't pick up our jobs so that we could pay to go on vacations. Now, stick with me on this. Our perspective is we picked up streams of income, ways to make money that we work around our lifestyle instead. So it's the same kind of variation of we don't work to live, we live to work. Opposite to that, right? Like you hear that all the time. We don't live to work, we work to live. It's similar to that, except for we've been very cognizant about how we create space and how we create different streams of income that are incorporated into our lifestyle. So you have to get a little creative. You have to be a problem solver. But if you want to find the elusive balance that everybody talks about in life, you have to create an income around the lifestyle that you want to live. So if you want to live in the country, what can you do in the country to make a living? Well, you can live off the land and you can be a farmer and you can produce and you can have a home business. Maybe you're a carpenter. Maybe you're somebody that's a mechanic. Maybe you can start a home business and work that way. Maybe you're somebody that thrives in the city and you want to live, in a high-rise building and walk out the door and be amongst people and go to your favorite coffee shop and your favorite yoga studio is down the road. If that's what your life is, then design your work around your life. Okay? Hey, Nikki, how's it going? So it's a flip on what most people do. Instead of creating an income that dictates your schedule, that you are locked into, start thinking more in entrepreneurial ways. Start trying to solve a problem that people have and create a way of income. Right now, rentals are at an all-time high. It's almost impossible to find rentals in the valley. And Ryan and I weren't convinced that we were going to rent out our suite, but we decided that was something that we were going to do. We get great money for it. We got our pick of the litter for the couple that's up there. We've been renting for a year and it's actually really enhanced our life, especially over COVID, because our daughter was able to have an outlet of people that kind of lived in the same vicinity as us. She could see people outside of us. It was really good for her mental health. So what we've learned is to create a sense of community around us. Now, whether you live in the city, I found that living in the city, I didn't have neighbors that we cared about. We didn't go for dinner at our neighbors' houses. We didn't have that relationship. There's not that sense of accountability that you get in the city. But in the country, we know our neighbors. We trade our neighbors. We surprise them with things. We go out of our way if the power goes out to ask them if they need anything from town, right? There's that different sense of community. And when you're worried about a balanced life, you get it in different quadrants of your life. So you get family and friends in one, you get finances and work in the other, you get hobbies and free space, like your recreational space, and then you get long-term support, like long-term planning. And so when you've got those quadrants of your life, and by the way, those quadrants change depending on what you're talking about, but you've got to be able to find balance in all of them. And how do you do that? You create your own community. So you create the people that are the most influential to you are the people that you spend the most time with. So be very wise at who you put in your community. Number 2, you make sure that you are creating multiple streams of income so that if one is disrupted, you're not hard up for anything else, and you're not looking at having to move out of your place that you rent or defaulting on your mortgage, right? So you've got to start thinking of being resilient and having different ways to make money. And then the other thing is, when you're creating this, don't look for things that are going to take away your time. Don't look at things that are going to, be schedule heavy, or like working 80 hours a week because you've got 3 jobs on the go. Start getting creative and think of the things that because you personally have gifts, whether they are working with your hands, working with your brain, creative ideas, do it yourself. You can put together a course. Like, there's so many options for you to diversify your income. Find one that is in alignment with who you are, because when you love what you do and you create income from a lifestyle, you create income from your hobbies, you create income from your passions and your purpose, all of a sudden you don't feel like your life is so out of whack. You don't feel that, oh man, I can't handle the balance, because you love every day and you wake up and you get to live it. So realize that number 1, you're in control. When you have gratitude for what you have, and you take massive action towards what you want, you'll manifest the life that you want faster. Know that balance is an illusion, but it's solved by alignment and doing what you are here to do, and not just working your days away, because life is way too short, and it steals joy when you're not in alignment with your purpose. And then last but not least, know that you're in control. You're in control of your financial situation. You're in control of your lifestyle. If you want to get up every morning at 5 a.m. and rip out your day and be home by 6 p.m. and hang out with your kids for a couple of hours, and you love that, then stick with it. Do what you love. But if you don't, find alignment in your purpose and start figuring out ways to make money with your talents, okay? Start figuring out how to help people. Stop talking about the things that are negative and are just contributing to fear, and start focusing forward on the life that you want to create for yourself, because nobody's coming to save you, right? So I hope that helps some of you. If you know a friend that could use this advice, tag them in the video or share it privately. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate that you take time out of your day to check in with me, and it's so nice to get to know you guys. I've had a lot of really great conversations with you behind the scenes, and I really appreciate what you guys bring to the table, and I am so grateful that I get to do videos like this, because I know that I'm attracting the people that believe the same things that I do, or else you wouldn't be here. So thank you so much. Have an amazing day. Happy Monday. Happy November. Hey, Michaela, ready to kickstart this November month, this big Black Friday November month. I'm really excited. Anyways, have an awesome day. We'll see you soon. Bye.